I'm Diane Carbray. I'm the President and CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Fresno County, and welcome to our Youth of the Year event. Tonight you will hear more about the power of the club and hear how the club has made a significant difference in the lives of our youth. I want to introduce our Youth of the Year as they enter into the gymnasium in the far right corner. Kalia, Damien, Blanca, Onyx, Esmeralda, Joseph, Adeline, Julian, and Kaya.
Since 1947, the Youth of the Year program has been the Boys and Girls Club of America's premier recognition program, celebrating the extraordinary achievements of club teams. This year, we have 9 Boys and Girls Club members competing for the 2025 Boys and Girls Club of Fresno County Youth of the Year title. To achieve this title, club members ages 14 through 18 must be a member for a minimum of 2 years and must embody the values of leadership and service, academic excellence, and healthy lifestyles.
I'd like to take you back to the first chapter of my life where I was a young girl growing up in Southwest Fresno. When people hear Southwest Fresno or the West Side, what comes to mind is gangs, drugs, and crime. But to someone who calls it home, it is much more than that. Southwest Fresno also has a place that I feel saved me and has become my second home. That place is the West Fresno Boys and Girls Club. As club staff introduced themselves to me, they let me know about an opportunity to help the community through Keystone. As someone who has always found joy helping others, I knew the club was for me. Quickly, the club made an impact on me and how I would spend my days after school. The club became the place I wanted to be at because it is where professional, caring adults take time to support me and give me that sense of belonging that I needed. As a member of Keystone, I have volunteered at the local grocery store and helped plan events that offer services such as free haircuts, Halloween costumes, and school supplies to club members. Gangs continue to target youth who don't have positive mentors in their lives. We need more organizations like the Boys and Girls Club to care for youth who want a healthy alternative. Now, thanks to the club and the support from staff such as Ms. Janice and Mr. Tommy, I am prepared for my next chapter. My goal is to graduate from the police academy. I want to be a part of the movement where young people no longer fear the police, but welcomes them, where minorities no longer fear the police, but work alongside them to promote change.
I was raised in the city of Fireball, a small town just west of here. Growing up, everyone knew each other and my family was well known, maybe not for the best reasons. My parents had an awful separation when I was in 4th grade, and you can only imagine what that does to 6 children. Eventually, my youngest siblings and I moved to Gustine with my mom, which is where she met a new guy and things started to change. She started choosing him over us. During that time, my anger situation had grown, and I felt the need to protect my sister. That changed when I moved back to Fireball with my dad. As I reunited with my cousins, I reconnected with the Fireball Boys and Girls Club. The club is a safe place where I go not only to clear my mind, but it's a place where I go to be a kid. I grew up going to the club and participating in arts and crafts where I explored my talent for drawing. The club is a place that allows kids to socialize and participate in activities that they wouldn't have the chance otherwise. The staff have been there for me when I felt like giving up, and they encouraged me when I was lost in my emotions. They continue to believe in me and motivate me to follow my dreams. I started realizing my full potential when I started working out to build my physical and mental strength. It was hard for me at first, but the club staff encouraged me to keep going. My vision for America's youth is for younger members to continue to have a safe place where caring adults can help them realize their potential. The club gave me a special opportunity to continue being a kid, focusing on school and preparing for graduation and the United States Marines.
I believe that everything happens for a reason. Yet, there was a time when I questioned that belief. That was the night when someone whom I looked up to and trusted took advantage of my innocence, destroying it and leaving me broken. I would keep to a restricted schedule in order to not have time to relive the horrible memories. And for a while, it worked. But still, I was trapped in a never-ending cycle of self-blame and punishment. It wasn't until visiting the Harris Farms Boys and Girls Club that all changed for me. I was greeted by my first mentor, Lupita. She was the first person who played a role in who I am today. I easily connected to her, and she always listened with an encouraging ear. She believed in me and allowed me to see my full potential, and during that time, it was what I really needed. Lupita is one of the reasons why I am confident expressing myself today and aspire for a successful future. The mentor that I gravitated to this time was Alejandra. It was her bubbly personality that overwhelmed me. I had never met anyone so inspiring. I was intrigued. So I joined her leadership programs and activities. She has helped me by encouraging me to fulfill my dreams, challenging me when I need it, and growing my confidence by giving me the platform I need to stand up for what is right. I have younger siblings who will need a caring adult, and I would like to be that for them by prioritizing their emotional health. I will continue applying my lessons learned from the club by preparing for college, communicating with my family, and mastering my sewing skills as I aspire to become a fashion designer. My self-esteem was low, but with the help from the staff, I have been able to reclaim myself, my value, and worth. And I know I am growing into someone my younger self would be proud of.
They say, the journey to find oneself often begins in the silence of challenges. And I found this quote to be true in my own life. As I wrap up my final year in middle school, I do not have all the answers yet, but I'm here to share what I've learned about silence and self-doubt. Growing up in a single-parent home, Mom has always been my rock and protector. As an only child, I had no one to share laughs with, which made me feel like something was missing. I walked through the big blue doors of the Clovis Club, and a boy named Kaden approached me. He welcomed me with open arms, like he knew I always wanted a friend. This was my missing piece. I've been attending the club for over 5 years now. I met many more cool friends, and for the first time, I found where I belong. I am now currently Keystone Secretary, and this role has helped me find my voice. In my position, I help organize club activities and events. Through the club, I started attending the Career Launch program, which led me to being hired as a youth worker. My first job and paycheck. Miss Tiara and the staff have shown me that I have everything I need right here. Family. The Clovis Club has given me the courage to break stereotypes about what traditional family may look like and become a voice for youth who feel the same loneliness I once did. As I begin my high school journey, I carry the confidence I never thought I would have.
The Harris Farms Boys and Girls Club has been a significant part of my life. At the club, I've gained valuable lessons and made meaningful connections. It also provided me a space where I feel heard and accepted, which I've never experienced before. I first started attending the club when I was 10. I went with friends and spent endless days there, just painting and crafting in the art room.
My friend Raymond invited me to join him on an ice skating field trip with the Boys and Girls Club. At first, I was hesitant because I dreaded meeting new people. But in the end, I gave in, and it was the best decision I've ever made, and I am forever grateful. That opportunity allowed me to grow so much as a person because it allowed me to open up. I came to realize that it no longer mattered how others perceived me, but it was more important on how I perceived myself. The club has helped me gain the confidence and skills to explore myself and new interests, such as solving puzzles, and later finding the interest in true crime documentaries and wanting to pursue criminal justice in high school. Also, they encouraged me to work as a team with like-minded teens to host special events specifically for teens, so they can focus on leaning on each other for support and guidance. And most importantly, the club has taught me to never let anyone or anything stand in the way of doing what you love the most. To never let anyone tell you that you are not capable of achieving your goals, but in trusting yourself and your abilities to accomplish anything you set your mind to.
Growing up, I was raised by two wonderful parents who have always been my biggest supporters. Their kindness and loving memories with me have always filled me with so much excitement and curiosity. And they've shaped me into the person that I am today. At an early age, I knew I always wanted to join the club, just like my dad. And when I finally did, it felt like I was stepping into a whole new world of endless possibilities. The club offered homework help, arts and crafts, and sports leagues. And those are things that I've never thought I would ever get to do. Most importantly, it offered friendships and field trips to places that I thought I would never visit. There was this one time where we went to UC Santa Cruz, and that sparked my interest in going to college. The club has offered so many opportunities to grow and learn as an individual, and it's shaped me into the person that I am today. Because of the club, I have learned to become a confident and driven individual, and I have helped beautify the community, do park cleanups, and I've even volunteered with Campus STEAM and doing a lot of group cleanups and learning to work with others as a leader and to learn how to be a great team member. I want to give back to my community by joining the police force, and together we will continue to make a positive change in our community and for the next generation of youth.
Growing up, my parents made bad decisions, resulting in a tough life for my brother and I. My grandparents observed what was going on and decided to take custody of us. We didn't realize how bad things were in our lives because it's all we ever knew. To not having my parents was devastating and hurtful. My grandmother didn't like the way school was conducted and the teachings, so she decided to pull us out of school. I felt like my world was caving in. It resulted in me leaving all of my friends and all the teachers that I had developed trust with. Once again, everything I had ever known and trusted was taken from me. I didn't know if I could trust and build a connection with anyone because of the fear of losing them. So I did the only thing I could to protect myself. I isolated myself. Inside, I wanted to connect with people, but I just didn't know how. Until I was invited to the Selma Boys and Girls Club by my younger cousin. For the first 2 weeks of attending the club, I sat in the corner with my headphones on because I did not know how to talk to the other kids. Little by little, I started participating in leadership programs, such as Torch Club and Keystone, which really helped me to learn how to work and interact with others. I learned how to take the lead in programs and projects. I have become a better leader, communicator, and listener. My plans are to become independent and live on my own. I know that I love to help and care for animals, so I would like to pursue a career path in that field. I don't know where I would be without the club. It's my home away from home, my family, and my safe place.
Every person has a story, and every story deserves to be heard. Today, I want to share my story with you in hopes that you can be that person for me. My father was never around, and my mother struggled with mental health and sobriety. She's clean now, but the effects of that time don't just disappear. I was 9 years old. I can't remember now what I had done to make her so angry. She told me to leave as I was, vulnerable and afraid. So I went outside in the middle of winter, my breath fogging the air. I didn't know where to go, so I sat on a curb in our driveway, alone and trying to figure out what to do. My younger brother was finally sent out to tell me that Mom wants me back inside. Immediately, I felt relief, but that was gone when I realized she was still mad. Experiences like these impacted my mental health. As I grew older, I became more detached from the world around me. I tried to cope, but the skills I had left me coping in unhealthy ways. Someone once said, "Children are great imitators, so give them something great to imitate." The Pinedale Boys and Girls Club gives me something great to imitate. In Passport to Manhood, I learned what kind of man I want to be. In Healthy Habits, I break bread with my friends. Career Launch is where I learned how to build a resume and participate in mockery and abuse. The Botvin program taught me how to journal. It helped me write about my pains and process them. And in Keystone, I serve as president and have become a leader, and I've led my team in over 200 hours of service to my community. Now, I am something great to imitate. I am now a senior at Clovis West and will be graduating this year. I will attend Clovis Community to earn my associates, then transfer to Fresno State. My goal is to become a 6th grade teacher and return to Pinedale Elementary, the school that I grew up in. I want to help young people go through this transition. I want to hear their stories like you are hearing mine today.
Living with my parents was really cruel. My stepdad was heartless and abusive towards my younger brother and I. He physically and emotionally harmed us both. One day when my mom was away, he got so upset at my brother that he lunged at him, grabbing him by the throat and choking him. The entire scene was terrifying to witness. The helplessness, the fear, and immediate danger. As children, it left me really shaken up. Shortly after the incident, we were dropped off at school like nothing had happened. But my brother built up the courage to alert the school officials. The teachers contacted the police, and after 15 hours of investigations, we were taken to a home of a kind woman named Blanca. Luckily, she was kind and welcomed us into her home, and we've never looked back. Blanca introduced us into the club. I have become more comfortable, and the club has become a home. I am a part of Torch Club and Keystone, where now I have the opportunity to take the lead. The staff believes in me and wants me to be successful. Romero is a club staff who teaches at my high school. He always encourages me to stay on top of my grades and holds me accountable to my academics. Thanks to him, my grades have been on the rise. Living with Blanca has been such a blessing as she continues to care for my brother and I as one of her own. I know that I am proof that connecting youth like me to safe places like the club make a life-changing difference.
Wow. I am just so blown away by these kids. You guys just did such an amazing job. I think I can speak for everybody in this room how courageous they were and just how inspired we are by each and every one of you. So thank you for sharing your stories with us. I love this event. It is truly an opportunity to see our mission in action. Witnessing these kids, what we do to change lives, what our youth development professionals do inside each and every one of our clubs is just amazing. And it makes me so proud to work alongside so many dedicated and amazing professionals. I want you all to know that we continue to be committed to meeting your expectations, our generous donors, and our community partners. It's a big job, and it's one we do not take lightly. Your investment in the Boys and Girls Club is changing lives, and it continues to make a direct and meaningful impact on our youth.
First of all, congratulations, you all did an astounding job, and we're so proud of you. I am happy to report I had shed no tears tonight, so I think I've grown up a little bit. I want to thank all of you for being here, and I want to start by saying how proud we are, our Milano family, of each and every one of you Youth of the Year candidates. Your ability to stand up here and share your stories, and to do so with such grace and courage is remarkable. So thank you for doing that for us. It truly shows the mission of the Boys and Girls Club in action, and I think you must know we're very proud of you. So tonight, we'd like to honor all of you, by giving you a check. The check for $25,000.
The third place winner is Onyx Walton of the Clovis Boys and Girls Club. The second place winner is Blanca of the Harris Farms Boys and Girls Club. The first place winner and our 2025 Boys and Girls Clubs of Fresno County Youth of the Year is Julian of the Pinedale Boys and Girls Club. Congratulations to all our finalists who are all winners. I'd like for our 2025 Youth of the Year, Julian, to say a few words.
That was, oh my gosh, my nerves are like bad right now. That was very unexpected. Thank you. I just want to thank Miss Stevie at the Pinedale Boys and Girls Club. She has helped me so much through my life. I just want to thank my Miss Linda in the back and my mom as well. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys have done for me. You guys have been my mentors and my supporters throughout all my life. You guys have seen me grown up, and I just want to thank you guys so much. Thank you.